Let's see. Yo, what do you mean Hugo's T3? What happened? We can go to the teams and actually see where the collate is being used. Okay, well, that explains it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kate7th, and I'll be your host today. Welcome back to another iteration of the Prydwen review. As always, as we've been doing for months now, we don't go straight to the tier list. We go to the numbers, because in my opinion, the numbers are way more interesting than the actual tier list. Okay. Which bosses were these? Okay, we got 15,000. Which bosses were these? 2.7.2? It's this one, right? Okay. Ooh, Sissia. Wait, is it? It says 2.7.2. Is this the right one, chat? Or is it this one? It can't be the live version, right? It had to be the last one, right? Yeah, it was this one, right? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to figure out, which Shiyu it was. Because it says 2.7.2 clear data. I'm going to assume that that was Juster. Because that would explain why Sissia is right here on stage 2, which lines up with Juster. Are you stuck in Zone 0 grinding and in need of polychromes now? Well, we've got the power up you need. As you can head to U7Buy for your ultimate gaming hub for safe, fast, and cheap in-game top-ups from Zone 0 and all your favorite titles. You can even check all the reviews on U7Buy on Trustpilot, as they have a very high rank, and the direct top-up page will recharge you instantly. For example, the 8,000 monochrome price on the official store is $99.99 USD. So expensive, right? And if you go and check the price on U7Buy, you might notice that the price is the exact same. But don't worry, that's where the magic happens. As once you click buy now, your total instantly drops to our actual discounted price, and your purchase will be delivered to you within seconds. How to buy, you might ask? Just go over, select your server and UID, pay securely, and boom, your account is loaded instantly. It's just that easy. So be sure to use my code KETE7 at checkout for an extra 8% discount, perfect for your last minute pulls, internet membership, or surprising a fellow proxy. Be sure to click the link in the description to visit U7Buy, recharge fast, save more, and keep dominating the hollows. So yeah, so this was Jester. Well, I guess it was Jester and... No, because that makes more sense. It had to be. Yeah. On stage 2. Okay. Well, they got 15,000 players. In the combined data, Sissia did very well, obviously. Shill, and obviously if Sissia is right there, Seed's gonna follow soon behind. You got the, you got the whole Shungus group right here. That makes sense. Orphe doing very well. Orphe did very well. Where's Sambi? Sambi shouldn't be too far behind Orphe, right? Yeah, Trigger and Sambi. Okay, all the idols are up here. Full Aftershocks up here. If Lucia's right there, then Ishwin. Okay. You said Kaleda's higher than Lighter? Yeah. They probably have like a similar amount of players using them, and that means the players that use Kaleda on average did better, like had better scores, because Kaleda's higher than all of these characters, but she's not better than all these characters. We can go to the teams and actually see where the Kaleda is being used. That would tell you the full story. You can also look at her appearance rate. Okay, well that explains it. Yeah, okay. You had a T0 DPS and a T0 support. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and look at the appearance rate. The appearance rate is 0.19%. The data is a little bit skewed for her, but there's also some other characters it's skewed for, because there's just so few. There's so few people using her, so the data is a little skewed. This makes sense. Yeah, because there was no physical week this Shiyu, so people opted to use Shungus on the first stage mostly, but she's probably being used on all the stages, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, she's being used to a good degree on all the stages on this one. Miyabi did well against Thrashian. Okay. That makes sense. Arya did very well against Thrashian. It's a very good matchup for her. It's a good matchup for Ishwin. I just realized, dude, Thrashion's a good matchup for a lot of characters, even if they're not Ether. Like, even if they're not, the agent's not Ether, Thrashion just is a pretty solid design boss. Like, a lot of characters don't really struggle against Thrashion. Okay. So this was Jester. This was the Jester floor, and that explains why all the electric carries just, like, jumped up so high. Yeah, look at that. Like, the moment you switch here, all the electrics jump up. Yeah, so this was the Jester floor. Okay. Yeah, look at that appearance rate. Holy shit. Okay, and this was the Hater. So this was Hater. Okay, so immediately all the ruptures are gonna be doing well. Okay, yep, because Hater has a fuck ton of defense. So that makes sense why all the ruptures are there. Nangong is just Nangong. She's just, you know, very good. So that makes sense. Okay, Miyabi's still doing decent on Hater. A lot of characters weren't even used on your stage though. Well, yeah, it's ether resistant, so it makes sense why no one used her. Dang, all the electric DPS people just didn't use on Hater. But to be fair, there was a Jester, so there was really no reason to be fair. What with the Bang Boos? I'm expecting Sprout. Yep. Biggest fan, makes sense. Snap is always high. Beeline's always high. Okay, it's not bad for Rezona Boo. Yeah, Devil Boo has a lower appearance rate, but he's just a very good Bang Boo. People heavily sleep on Devil Boo. He's one of the best Bang Boos in the game. And he's an A rank too, which is crazy. Check out these teams. 26% appearance rate for this Arya team. So it's gonna be by far the highest. Oh, this one took over Miyabi for most appearance rate. Okay, Nangon Yuzu. Okay, that makes sense. Where's Mr. Bonway? Because he always has a low appearance rate. Yeah, 1%. Huh. I think the last time we looked at this, Miyabi Vivian had like the highest appearance rate for Miyabi teams, and it's going down a little bit. But also, I guess there's Miyabi Vivian with... I guess they did it on multiple floors. That's why there's multiple rankings. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I'm not seeing anything crazy. Am I seeing a huge outlier? You don't see Trigger with Shungus much, but it works. Still seeing some Seed, Sambi, low appearance rate. Oh man, dude. Remember how good this team was when it first came out, bro? Chad, do y'all remember how good this team was back in 1. What was it, 1.5? 1.5, 1.6? Bro, this team was so good when it first came out. It's not a bad team now, but it was like dominating. It was like easily top 3 team for like a very long time. It's starting to fall off slowly. It's still a good team, but it's not the unstoppable powerhouse it used to be. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, let's move on to DA. Alright, so this DA is gonna be on, okay, Vesper, UCC, and Thrall. This one, okay. Yeah, this is when UCC got the huge health spike. Okay, well, Vesper's on rotation, then that means that Arya is definitely going to be up there on combined score, and she should definitely be the highest for Vesper on average. Yeah. The fact that... Well, okay. Wait, I think it makes more sense, because I remember the last time we looked at a Vesper, it was before Nangon came out, and Miyabi's average score in Vesper was not 20k. This time it has 16,000, so basically 17,000 players. But now we live in a world with Nangon, so I guess people are actually able to get the 20k a lot easier now on average. Lots of people brute forcing with Shungus, yes. A lot of people do that for Vesper. These scores make sense. What about the UCC? Okay, I expected to see it to be up there. Orphe makes sense because of Sambi, but why is Sambi lower? I guess it's because most people are using Orphe with Sambi. but not every Sambi player has Orphe, so there's more data for Sambi. That makes sense. Because I bet you if I go to teams, I'll see a lot more Sambi teams than you see. Yeah. You already see the Ostrom area. I bet you if I keep scrolling down, yep. So there's more Sambi teams being played than there are Orphe teams, so that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it starts to fall off really hard. Like the fact that almost this entire row is like barely clearing, and then you get down here. Yeah, people struggle with UCC, man. Last time UCC was here, people were struggling. Oh my goodness. Okay. Shunga's brother, Thrall, Ishuan. How in the hell is C getting... What? How is Seed getting 28k on average on an electric res? Is it Seed Yeshun Guang? Is that the team that's carrying? Wait, okay, so Thrall. Where's the first seed? Bro, am I blind? Where the fuck is the first seed? I don't even see her. How far do I gotta scroll down for seed? Yeah, okay, yeah, it is. Okay, so never mind. Yo, she's getting hella carried by Shungus. Fucking Thrall is hella electric res. That made no sense for Seed to be that high. No, she's getting carried by Shungus. It was higher, Sissia Seed. Where do you see Sissia Seed? On Thrall. Brother, I'm looking at Thrall. You see this is Thrall right here, right? Stop looking at UCC. Stop looking at Vesper. I'm looking at Thrall. The first seed is down here. So yeah, she's getting hella carried on Thrall by Shungus. Let's see. Okay. Anomaly's appearance rate is so low. So is Lighter's. Oh my god, her appearance rate is so low on Thrall. Okay. I think most of these make sense. Seed was an outlier, but she's being used with Yeshun Wong, so that's why it makes sense on Thrall. Okay. Just wanted to see the data. I'll quickly glance at the teams one more time, but I bet it's standard stuff. Alright, now we can go to the tier list. Alright, let's look. They have their reasoning, right? About, Promia. Says they're a niche, high anomaly build, she's flexible, able to run some dual anomaly teams, same poor metrics. Power budget seems like a necessity when considering her peers. She managed to hold her own. She needs a place to make use of it, whereas Arya has plenty of Ether Week fights. The constant Miyabi anti-shilling that Miyabi has received, and the increasing count of half defense bosses hurts her prospects. She certainly has the potential to rise a tier of more Bloom or Win anomaly agent, but as it stands, she's at a high risk of being a one-patch wonder, getting good scores on her own boss, but faltering in the grand scheme of things as it stands. We're debuting her at T0.5, but we'll keep a close eye on the future as new agents and enemies in 3.0 may significantly improve her value. As before, any changes to the existing agent placement we handle as part of the 3.0 patch. I actually think it's kind of safe to put her there, because from what I was seeing on a lot of test servers from really good players on Notorious Butcher, for Mia Nangong Yuzu versus Miyabi Nangong Yuzu, Miyabi was still able to kill Butcher at the same investment, and Premia was not. So I think it's actually pretty safe to put her here for now, and then potentially move her up later when Win comes out. Because we all know Win's coming out next patch, right? So I think it's pretty safe to put her there for now, and see what she does with Wind. I actually don't hate it. Just wait until Wind comes out and see what happens. Once Valina hits the game. I want to actually see something. Can I confirm something? Okay. Now, I love how as of right now, these are like the gatekeepers. It's so funny, right? Like, S-Ring Billy's about to come out, and from what I'm seeing, he's probably gonna also be right here in the 0.5, because I think what they did again is, and some people will say it's a good thing, some people will say it's a bad thing. Maybe you guys can let me know if you like it or hate it, but What I'm pretty sure from what I'm seeing, what they did again is they released another Rupture agent who best in slot team is Dylan Lucia and has a weaker baseline than Ishwin. They've done it with Ihari, they've done it with Bonway, and now they're doing it with S-Rank Billy. It feels like Ishwin's the fucking gatekeeper, bro. Like they won't make anyone better than her. She's the gatekeeper. Like she just has a higher baseline. He won't come out weak, but it does seem what they're doing. Some people will like that though. Some people will say that they like that characters aren't better than these three. So I guess it just depends on the person. But you know, we got a leak. We don't know if it's true. I want you to take everything with a massive grain of salt. We got a leak that may or may not be true, that Remiel is going to be a special ether anomaly. Now, if that is true, things might be changing very, very soon when she releases. But again, take it with a massive grain of salt, because that could be wrong. My question is, chat, genuinely, my question, I got a genuine question. When we hit 3.4, let's say 3.4, chat, how is season 3 gonna go? Are we gonna, when we hit 3.4 and we come back to this tier list, are all these characters gonna be down here? And then every season 3 character plus the Void Hunters will be up here, and then maybe a couple supports from season 2 too? Or are they gonna keep the game balanced and like each tier up here is gonna be heavily overfilled? Like it can go one or two ways, right? Either they keep the game balanced and every tier is just heavily overfilled, or when we hit like 3.3, 3.4, all these characters are gonna be down a tier. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, I swear, because I hope that they don't actually like power creep the game to shit. But like, I'm having my doubts. You know why I'm having my doubts? Look at this shit. And it's only gonna get higher. We're gonna have 3 bosses very soon with well over 300 million HP. Thrall is hitting over 200. Hunter's gonna hit over 200. Fiend's gonna hit over 200. Like, the HP is rising fast. And it doesn't make sense, right? Because a lot of the characters, even in 0.5, are like, if you don't have like a well-built team, if you are missing a couple of characters, even some of the characters in 0.5 are like, I wouldn't say they're struggling, but you can see that like it's affecting them, right? And like, it doesn't make sense, because it's like, bro, like, why are they doing this? And like, it's scaring me that the wave of power creep in 3.x season 3 is about to be dangerous. Because like, why else would they raise the HP like this if there's not characters coming out that can deal with the HP that they're raising? You see what I'm saying? I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. If they keep raising the HP at the rate they are, a lot of the characters we have now are going to start struggling. So hopefully there's some balance here, man. Yeah, dude. We got 327 there and 3.0. Thrall's hitting 200. He's almost 200 here, almost 200 on Marionette. Oh, by the way, there are gonna be some characters. Did you know that Marionette's clones HP increase based on her HP? Did you know there are gonna be characters like some anomaly agents that used to be able to kill the clones pretty easily, that just will not be able to kill the clones, or they're gonna struggle to kill the clones? So that sucks. 223 Butcher, 309 Vesper. Yeah, it's definitely worrisome. I'm just very curious as we head into 3.0 what this list is gonna look like in the future, man. Imagine someone quits today, they come back in 3.5, they're like, oh man, I saw a lot of characters I really liked, and you know, I heard Wind was really fun. Let me log back in and come back to the game. And then they come and check out my video, or maybe like AOG or just anyone else looking at, you know, tier list, and they're like, okay, you know, I've been away for a little bit. Let's check this out. Let's see. Yo, what do you mean Hugo's T3? What happened? I'm sorry. You know, every Pride when we look at it, I have to shit on Hugo. It's tradition. I'm sorry. I had to fit a Hugo slander in there. I had to. Forgive me. Slandering Hugo is like breathing. True and real. But I'm expecting S-Ring Billy to be right here. He might be right here on his release because of his shield, maybe. But as soon as his shield buffs leave, Shiyu defense and Deadly Assault, he'll probably be right here. Because again, it just seems like they want Ishwin to be the gatekeeper at the current moment for Rupture. They want her to be the ceiling at a baseline. But that's what I'm expecting from Silly. He might be right here on release, but I wouldn't be shocked if he's right here. Yeah, there's really not much else to say. This list hasn't changed much. I might have a hot take. I don't think Arya is T0. It's just my opinion. I think because she's so easy to play, that helps her a lot. But Arya is such an easy character to fuck over. Like, she is so easy to fuck over. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I wouldn't be shocked if it didn't take long for her to be in T1. I'm not saying she will, and I hope she isn't, because, you know, that would suck for Arya fans. But the way Arya's kit is designed, she is extremely easy to fuck over. She heavily relies on stuns. Even in double support, even when you're playing her with like Yuza Hasuna, she still wants a stun window. Her damage is significantly higher, like by oh, it's crazy how much higher her damage is in stun, even on double support. So it's like, she's a DPS that's very easy to fuck over, but we'll see. Relies on stun? Yeah, I wonder who. What about Premia? Premia doesn't rely on stun. Premia does perfectly fine in double anomaly with Vivian. And she's also getting Valina, and Valina's team's not going to have a stunner. No, Premia doesn't rely on stun at all. She does perfectly fine without a stunner. She's good with Nangong, but you can say that about most of the anomaly agents. Premia is very flexible. She can play in a stun team with Nangong, or she can be in an anomaly team with Vivian or Valina. She does perfectly fine. You can use her with Nicole. You just gotta play better, because Nicole's harder to use. Ishun Guang relies on stun. No, she doesn't. Why is Nicole hard to use? That tells me that you don't know how to play Nicole. You just have to do a lot of quick swap. It's actually really neat how well Vivian pairs with Premia. Team is like 5% of the Mango variant. Yeah, she's very good. See, it says here Nicole was fun in quick swap. Yeah. Xiao, my free-to-play GOAT. Oh man, I feel bad for the players coming in 3.0 and don't have access to Xiao, man. She is the free-to-play GOAT. I still think one or two of these girls are gonna have to come out eventually. But if they come out, someone else in his tier is gonna have to come down eventually. So yeah, there's gonna be some shakeup in 3.0. I'm gonna be a little bit lenient on this list until 3.0. Yeah, we're gonna wait till 3.0. 3.0 is around the corner. They said they're doing some massive overhaul. I do think Premia is better than Alice right now. So, yeah, I can see a lot of arguments. I'm just kind of wary, because like, holy shit, there's gonna be a lot of accounts that if they don't invest well into their characters, they're gonna struggle with that. But only time will tell. All right, chat. How many bang boos out of 10 y'all giving that? How many bang boos out of 10? Buff Zhu out of 10. Don't worry. Your cake officer is gonna get a buff. Trust. 10 bad apples out of 10. True. 6 tall bang boos. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, Prydwen react over.